Again, so the problem is the typical white executive. I didn't know typical white executives don't care about inner city children. This is what he believes is typical. And what about his wife?
Let me tell you something. For the first time in my adult life, I am proud of my country.
The only thing that makes her proud now is that we're finally overcoming the traditions and the history of racism and embracing her husband. Well, let's look into those traditions and history.
And Barack knows that we are going to have to make sacrifices. We're going to have to change our conversation. We're going to have to change our traditions, our history. We're going to have to move into a different place.
Good God, America, I hope you are listening. So how would they define the American experience?
I don't like being pushed outside of our comfort zones. You know it right here on this campus. Some folks are sitting at different tables, y'all living in different dorms. I was there. Y'all not talking to each other. Taking advantage of the fact that you're in this diverse community. Because sometimes it's easier to hold on to your own stereotypes and misconceptions. It makes you feel justified in your ignorance. That's America.
That's America. That's America? Really shouldn't be a surprise. How could you possibly have a different opinion of this country when you spent 20 years marinating in this?
Barack knows what it means to be a black man living in a country and a culture that is controlled by rich white people. Hillary can never know that. Hillary ain't never been called a
And of course there's this gem.
The government's lied. The government lied about inventing the HIV virus as a means of genocide against people of color.
Does anyone really truly believe the president and his wife attended services with this man for 20 years and didn't know? Never heard these opinions? They are their opinions. My comments are not about the traditional definition of racism. Barack Obama is not going to be in some pointy hood. It's not really even about the emerging consensus definition of racism, which all the transnationalists and progressives just love so much. That emerging consensus definition. If we're using the media's definition of racism that they themselves have developed over the past few years, there is no question this man qualifies. But this is about the President of the United States, who sees the world through a prism of righting racial wrongs. His default position is to see white people as typically unfair, typically afraid of those who are different. Whenever you see a group of people, you got a question. Whenever you see people as a group and you see that group in a negative light, and then you see yourself as the one who must use your power, your platform, your policy to reverse the social injustice, then yes, I think racist applies to you. But you still may disagree with me. And God bless the United States of America, that we can still have the freedom to ask the tough questions of each other. But if you still don't agree with me, let me reverse the comments. If I were on the radio today and I said that the typical black person had a negative trait bred into them, would I be a racist? If I said that the typical black person didn't care about the poor children, would I be a racist? If I said that blacks routinely target whites unfairly and it showed their stupidity, would I be a racist? If I supported a policy or started building new policies that directed money and preference to white people instead of blacks solely on the color of their skin, would I be a racist? The answer to all of these is yes. America, have no fear. Sunlight is the strongest disinfectant. A few of us may be lost along the way. But oh, then we will have this tale to tell. All is well. All is well.